In the 1950s, a man named Don Borgman, a Bible translator and Black Rock missionary, shared a story at the church, causing a ripple effect for 3 generations. Ron and Robin Brown heard that story and the call to missions and moved to the jungles of Brazil with their 3 sons. Now, their granddaughter Daniella is furthering the gospel to the ends of the earth.
So my parents have been in Brazil now over 30 years. So I grew up in a village on a forest preserve. I had an amazing childhood there, really good experience. Crazy place to grow up. Had fun swimming in the river, had a lot of really exotic pets. Also saw a lot of really hard things there. So I think one of the things we take for granted is a lot of these concepts that come through the gospel. So ideas like forgiveness and mercy and thankfulness and grace. And in Yanomami land, there aren't even words for any of those things. So growing up in the jungles of Brazil, among a people that didn't have the gospel, you see really clearly that death reigns supreme. One of the ways that that works out where I grew up is that anytime someone dies, it's not an accident. You always have to avenge that death. I saw a 6-year-old boy who was killed in a revenge killing. So his father killed a man, and then that man's brother stabbed this little boy in the back in revenge for that death. I think at that point in my life, things would have taken a pretty dark turn if I hadn't, earlier when I was 4 years old, come to know Christ and know that He's with us even in those things. So I knew that as I watched that little boy dying in blood and agony for a crime that he didn't commit, he didn't die alone, because the God of the universe also died in blood and agony for a crime that he didn't commit. And as I watched his mother weeping for her son, I knew that she didn't cry alone, because the God of the universe has also mourned a son. He chose to come and be with us in our place of darkness and hopelessness and suffering. And it's really because of that I want to go and do anything for him, because he's come and done everything for me. So I saw a lot of those hard things, but I also saw the transformation that came for the people who did accept the gospel, and just the hope and the light and the different way of life that came with that. And I also had, again, that just witness of seeing the change, and the change from darkness to light, the change from slavery to freedom, the change from not knowing Christ to knowing Christ, and just seeing that change really clearly had a big impact on me when I was a kid. So I left the jungle. I went to college in the US. Growing up in the jungle, you get a weird skill set. And I discovered that when I moved back to the US, because then I had to learn a new skill set because I didn't know how to live here. I majored in math and became a math teacher, and I started working here in Connecticut, actually. And after my first year of teaching, my family went out to Mission Aviation Fellowship headquarters in Idaho. There was a lady who gave us a tour of the campus, and she was like, "Oh, you're a teacher. You know, MAF sends teachers too. You should join us as a teacher." And that was something that stuck in the back of my mind, because we had always flown MAF to get in and out of the jungle. So a couple years later, I joined them, and they said, well, if you join us, the only place where we have need of a high school math teacher is in Indonesia. They sent me to Papua, Indonesia, which was the far side of the world that I had never had any intention of going to. And I had a wonderful 4 years there. So at the very beginning of my time in Papua, I met a couple who started a school up in the highlands for Papuan students. Last year, as I was figuring out what was next, my time as a short-term associate with MAF was wrapping up. That school came back to mind, so I reached out to them, and they invited me to come work for them, and I said yes. It just seems like a really cool place where I can bring my first skill set that I developed growing up in Brazil, and also now my skill as a math teacher together in one place. I think it was Corrie ten Boom that said that Christ prepares you perfectly for the future that only He can see, and it's true. It's cool to see how He prepares us for these things that, like, I couldn't even imagine. So I'm so grateful for Black Rock Church. They supported my grandparents when they went out. They supported my parents, so my family, all growing up. And now that I'm going out, Black Rock is also supporting me, and it's just so encouraging to know that I have a strong, well-established family here that's supporting me, not just financially, but there's people who reach out and check up on me. There's people who are committed to praying for me regularly, and really who are, comrades in arms, people who are alongside me as I'm going out into this new thing.